Live update. Oh, okay. I wanna get my shit back together, like for real. And I know I say that a lot, but I wanna actually wanna go to class because I've skipped so many classes this semester that like going back is more scary to me. But I want to be able to learn again. Cause like COVID hit my freshman year of high school. Ever since then, I was so smart in middle school. I went to like a gifted, like really artsy sciencey school, and we were always doing this cool ass stuff all the time. And like I loved learning, and I was always so smart and like so. I wanted to learn and I wanted to do well, and whatever. But COVID hit freshman year. I was isolated, went through a bunch of crazy shit. High school went through a bunch of shit. Freshman year of college went through a bunch of shit. And I didn't talk about it because I've always been, like, laid back and I have my shit together and whatever. So I never really talked that much about what I have going on because I don't want to be, like, a burden to my friends. Like, I don't ever want to, like, make my friends like feel bad for me, so I don't really talk about shit that's happened to me because I like convinced myself it was my fault. Everything that was my fault. I also convinced myself that like nobody would understand. And so I've been struggling with depression, trauma, addiction, like all this shit for years. And I've been trying to do school on top of it, but since COVID, I've like just cheated on everything because that's what everyone did. I was so depressed, I slept through all my Zoom classes freshman, sophomore year, so I would cheat on everything. But then when I finally switched high schools, got back to normal school, I've already conditioned myself that I'm incapable of learning without cheating. And so since I'm already so tired all the time because of like depression during the school year, I wouldn't go to class. I wouldn't learn anything. And so I would just cheat on everything. So I feel like the last time I truly learned anything was like at a job or like art class maybe, because it's like hands-on. I actually feel like I'm doing it. And that's why art has always been like something I've been whatever. I forgot to finish what I was saying earlier. I'm in a hammock now because I didn't have any class today, but I wanted to break the cycle of like staying in my house because I don't go to class even when I have it. So I went to campus and I brought a book and I brought my hammock, and I feel better that I'm just out of the house. And I am looking at the fountain and looking at my toes. You know, your body's beautiful for like moving, carrying. But I was gonna say, I think a lot of the things that I get stressed out about in college is that I see everyone else and I feel like they know why they're in their major, they're doing research, they're getting internships, they're so invested in it. And I just feel kind of discouraged about college because it almost feels like a forced thing rather than something that I chose to do. And nobody forced me to go here, but I feel all this pressure from, like, for example, my scholarship. I have a really good scholarship. I only pay less than $1,000 a semester, and that's really good for university. Like, I am so grateful for that. But the conditions of it are, have to keep my GPA up, have to be full-time enrolled, and I have to keep my supplement, I have to be STEM majored. And being in STEM is really interesting. I love outdoors or whatever, but when I think about myself career-wise and like what I want to be doing, it's more of like advertisement, photography, arts, and like environmental like
arts, but I'm in geology and I love it, but the hard science classes to me just are so hard because my background in science and math from high school is it's like nothing, because I did all the work online. I didn't actually put in any effort to retain any of the information. I passed. And my brain, I pass things really easily. I've never had any issue with school, but I have conditioned my brain to be incapable of learning when things get difficult. Like, as soon as things get difficult, I'm like, fuck this shit, and then I'll cheat on it because I don't want to, anything effort is just extra stress. Sorry. My therapist told me last year that I've been living in so much, stress and trauma that my body is so exhausted that I can't prioritize the things that I don't think are interesting or that I don't think matter. To me, I don't go to any of my classes except for geology, because I feel like, oh, well, if I'm going to get a degree in geology class is the only thing that actually matters. So why the fuck would I go to any of my other classes? Because you have to learn more than just geology. Every therapist I've ever had has told me that I know exactly what I need to do to, get on a better schedule, do better in school, feel better. But I just can't get out of bed. It's so hard for me to just get up and go do, because I've convinced myself that I'm incapable of doing. But I know that I'm smart. I'm so smart. But I've just made so many poor decisions and formed so many habits that have fucked up my academic drive and academic success, because I can't focus. I can't focus and I can't get motivated because in my head I just always want to get away. I convince myself that I'd be happier if I was just outside working, and that school is the issue. But the real issue is that I keep ignoring all of my shit. But it's hard and it's scary to change up. They want to change my medication, they want to give me diagnosis, they want to do all this stuff, and I make everything harder for myself on purpose. I work at a brewery while in recovery, and people are like, you're crazy for that. But I like to challenge myself, but I don't challenge myself in the right things. I should be challenging myself in school, and then I'll graduate, and then it'll be done, and I'll have a bachelor's that I can go back to whenever. But every time that I think about school, I just feel about how I think I would be happier elsewhere. And I just don't know how to switch that, because I should be grateful and I should be taking the most out of this opportunity to learn, but I just can't. And I want to get better. I want to care.